Alright, so I got the drop arm welded on here to this horizontal arm that sticks out and holds up the spare tire. I'll take it over here onto the truck. I'll give you just an idea about what it's going to be like. Something like that. And I'm going to make some brackets. I'm actually going to utilize this original fender mounting bolt as one of the bolts that's going to hold the spare tire carrier to the bed. So that's how that works. I'll make some more tabs. It'll probably have a total of 4 bolts holding it on. Sorry about that sound. And I went to the hardware store and the auto parts store and got me a bunch of hardware. I got this, and I got some more baggies, the actual mounting bolts that are going to bolt this to the bed. So, but here I just got some kind of large acorn lug nuts. It was the only ones that they had that I could find 3 of. And I didn't buy actual lug studs. I just got 1/2-inch bolts. These are 1/2-inch fine threads. That's 20 threads per inch. And you can see right there we got the 3 little marks on the top. These are grade 5. I didn't go with grade 8 because it's simply not necessary. I encourage everyone to get online or go to the library or something and actually look up the load rating of hardware, and you'd be amazed at how much a 1/2-inch grade 5 bolt can withstand. This is grade 5 is overkill for this, but it's the only one they had in the fine thread. So anyway, I'm going with that. I got 3, of course, to make to fill in these 3 holes and mount the wheel to the bracket. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick these bolts in there and put it on the wheel and get everything lined up, because they are a conical lug nut here, and just get everything set in place and put a few tack welds, and then I'm going to weld the heads of the bolts to the back of the mount here, and then when we're done with that, I'll probably put a few little gussets in here, and then I'll start working on making the brackets that'll have the bolts that go down through to bolt this bracket to the bed. So I'll get going on all this and keep filming. Okay, so we got the wheel bolted to the bracket, and just run them down in there, because these, like I said, they're conical shaped, so I like to run them down and get everything all centered up. They kind of, since they're conical, they do self-center, and I give them tighten them down just a little bit, and now we'll come back here to the back side. We'll put a couple of tack welds on the head of these bolts, and then take everything apart, and then fully weld them in, and we'll be done with that part of the process. So let me fire up the welder and get those little bolts welded in. Alright, so we got some beefy tacks on the back side of these bolts. So now we'll just take this whole assembly apart and then fully weld in all the bolt heads here. Alright, so we got some good beads on the back side of these bolts, the head of the bolts. So we're finished with this, and now I just need to make up some mounts in this area to bolt this bracket to the side of the bed. Alright, here's the start of the little brackets that are going to bolt the arm assembly to the bed. And I think I've mentioned this in some of my other videos, but I generally, especially when I'm drilling holes, I like to do it, you know, when I'm making small pieces and drilling holes in them, I generally like to leave it as one big piece of steel. The little pieces, you know, they're kind of difficult to drill, especially drilling larger diameter holes. These are 3/8. You know, the drill bit can bite into it, and then it'll just spin the whole thing, and really makes it a pain in the butt. So generally when I'm making small brackets like this, I like to drill the holes while everything's still a big piece, and then cut them out individually. These are going to be 4 little brackets here. So I'll get these cut out and then do some more filming, show you how I'm going to finish them off and then attach them to the arm.